Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 1 week time frame for Bitcoin. Now, the reason I want to start on this higher time frame in today's video is because I saw a lot of bearish comments on yesterday's video telling me that we are going much lower for the Bitcoin price and that I was wrong in being short-term bullish. Now, first of all, just to clear the air on that, if we just zoom back in to this 4-hour time frame here, we take a look at what happened since I published my video, which was right around here in the price. I confirmed this bullish divergence, which typically indicates some choppy sideways price action or even a bit of bullish momentum in the short term. But at the very least, it indicates a break from all of the bearish price action. And of course, since posting that video, we have seen a 2% move to the upside up to this level of resistance. And right now we are just trading sideways, which I do expect to continue throughout this weekend here, unless we see this bullish divergence invalidate. So we trade below this trend line, or we trade below this trend line, which would open up the door to more bearish price action once again. Now, coming back to this 1 week time frame, so let's just objectively look at the charts here, starting off with the 1 week RSI momentum indicator for Bitcoin. And what we can see here is a clear downtrend in the RSI, which also aligns exactly with this top at 73K, roughly speaking. And after that, we just saw consolidation and basically Bitcoin trading lower and lower. And of course, the RSI also did the same here. Now, so long as we keep trading below this trend line, then obviously we will just continue to make lower lows and lower highs in this RSI, and we will likely see the same for the Bitcoin price as well. However, something to look out for on this 1 week time frame is, for example, if you start to see this break out to the upside, because breaking this descending trend line would indicate that potentially a reversal in the momentum is coming. And by that, I mean a reversal in terms of bullish momentum returning in the market on this higher time frame here, on this 1 week time frame. And to all the people yesterday who were commenting that I'm a perma bull and that I'm getting it completely wrong, so far I bought the low here, I bought the low here, I bought the low here, I sold the top here, and I sold the top here so far. And I also sold a bit of Bitcoin around here after we got this quick recovery to the upside. So am I a perma bull, or am I just trading intelligently instead of just saying a price target and then hoping it goes there? Like a lot of these other channels, for example, they will say, yeah, Bitcoin is going to 95K or Bitcoin is going to 30K for sure. And then they talk about that every single day. But for me personally, what I do, I am more of a short-term trader. So I take trades on the much lower time frames, where I will enter into a long position on this move to the upside here on the 1 hour time frame. I'll take a short position on this move back down, also on the 1 hour time frame, right? Or even the lower time frames. That is what I personally do when I'm analyzing these charts. But it appears to be the case that a lot of people didn't follow my free trading course because they don't understand the difference between the different time frames. It is completely okay to be bullish in the long term and bearish on the lower time frames. This does not contradict each other. They are simply just different time frames, right? So it is really important to understand the difference between those two. Next up, taking a look at the bigger support and resistance levels for Bitcoin. As you can see right here, we have this big level of resistance sitting from 60,000 all the way up to 62.4K. And in terms of support to the downside, we have this big level from 58,000 all the way down to 56,000. Next up, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, first of all, on the 3-month time frame. And what we can see right here is that there is quite a bit of liquidity to the downside just below the current price, as low as 54,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price. So especially if we now start losing some levels of support, this could be an area of liquidity that we end up grabbing because yeah, we are talking about $2 billion worth of long positions here that would get liquidated if we reach these levels. Now, besides that, most of the liquidity is to the upside, sitting at about 70.5K. And we're talking about over $7 billion worth of short positions. So obviously, a lot of people are shorting Bitcoin right now. And a lot of these people would lose their money on their trade if Bitcoin reaches 70.5K. Now, in my personal opinion, so long as we keep trading inside this range for Bitcoin, I think we are just consolidating. And yes, we can go to the bottom of the range and we can go to the top of the range so long as we keep trading inside it. However, my base case scenario has been for months here that yes, we can go to the bottom, we can go to the top, but at some point we are going to break out to the upside and grab all of this liquidity here. And the point of invalidation for this idea is if we would lose this descending channel as a level of support. So we start closing weekly candles below this range here. That would be the indication for me that potentially the bull run might be over. But so long as that does not happen, then for me personally, at least, I think we are still in a bull run and simply consolidating before an eventual breakout. Now, if you disagree with this, that is completely fine. Please just open up a short position instead of commenting under my videos that I am getting it all wrong and that we are going to 30K. Instead of doing that, maybe just open up your short and short it down to 30K and probably make life-changing amounts of money if your idea actually plays out, but don't come yelling at me every single day. Lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we saw another outflow of $175 million from these Bitcoin ETFs. So it really looks like these Bitcoin ETF investors are now trying to quickly get out of their Bitcoin positions. And of course, if this does continue with the Bitcoin ETF investors dumping hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin every single day, then likely this is going to have a downwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. So that is something to keep in mind. Either way, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.